guys, today I'm going to show you how to put this super glaze on top of a kitchen table. So this is Park's Super Glaze. I got it at Home Depot. You're also going to need a stir stick, 2 to 3 mixing cups, gloves, hairdryer, or a heat gun. This is my second coat, so I'm going to start with sanding off some of the top so that it'll adhere appropriately. If this is your first coat, don't worry about it, just wipe the table off and make sure it's clean. So this is the Part A resin that you'll mix equally with the Part B resin. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, which makes things pretty easy. So I'm getting ready to pour Part A and Part B together, and what it says is that you do equal parts of Part A and Part B and stir for 3 minutes. Then you put the entire cup into a new cup and stir for another 3 minutes. I'm not sure why, but we're gonna do it. Also, I'd like to recommend if you have long hair, put it up. I've gotten resin in the ends of my tips accidentally and didn't know until later when it had hardened and had to cut it out. So put your hair up or get a shower cap or something to protect some of your hair. Okay, here we go. You also want to make sure that you have a good pair of gloves that will protect your hands from the resin and all of the stirring and stuff that you have to do. So make sure you have a good pair of gloves and a squeegee or a paddle of some kind to spread. One final wipe just to make sure. It's kind of windy here today and I keep getting a lot of debris. Okay, I've got it all mixed and I'm going to start pouring and spreading. I've got this spreader here. It worked pretty good last time, so I'm going to try it. So at this point you have about 20 working minutes with the resin in this state. And so slowly pour it across the table and see if you can get rid of as many bubbles as you can as you begin to spread at this point. You want to try and keep it as even as possible, and you'll notice that some of it will coat the sides or start to run off the sides, and that's okay. Just make sure after you're all done spreading the top, you go around and scrape the sides as well. You have a choice of using a hairdryer or a heat gun, but if you put the hairdryer on high heat, that's all I had available, you can slowly move it across the top of the table and it will pop most of the bubbles that are remaining in the epoxy. Make sure you go slowly. You don't want to move any of the epoxy around unless it's uneven. Then the hairdryer can help you to do that and spread it a little more. And that's all there is to it. At this point, the challenge is trying not to touch it as it dries. It takes around 5 to 7 hours for it to become hard to the touch. If you're in your garage or somewhere where bugs can fly in, you want to make sure that you're protecting it and keeping things like that off of it. And that's it. You should be left with a really glossy top that's really durable, and it'll be fully cured in about 72 hours. Good luck! Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook.